Okay, so my name is Wim. Today's video is called What does the Bible say about planets? Well, first of all, let's learn about what planet. Let's find out what the word planet is in other languages. Okay, I'm talking about the word planet. Now, it is true the planets are named after pagan false gods, but that's because that's how people. Why? Why? Because people that name these planets are very because the people that name these planets are satanic people. That's why, and they worship the things that are created more than the creator. They worship the planets. That's why, and that's why they named them after these pagan false gods. And I guess we have to use them that way. Now, during the millennium, when Satan is absent and he's burning in hell, that would be when we will. That's when we rename these planets. Right now, we'll just keep them as they're. Well, right now we just keep them the names that we have right now. But during the millennium is when we will rename these planets. Yeah, and the millennium is after God's wrath, which is after tribulation. So it'll be after Daniel's 78th week, which is the millennium. For me, because I believe the Bible. Now, what about the word planet? Well, let's find out. Well, the word planet in Spanish is planeta. Planeta. Okay, that's how to say planet in Spanish. Now, what about in French? You see? Because we know that planet in Spanish is planeta.
Planeta.
But what about in French?
Planet.
Planet. Okay. The E is silent in French. Now, let's get to the next one is going to be in Mandarin.
Xing.
Okay, Xin. I'm not sure I'm saying it correctly because I don't know Mandarin very well, but that's how to say the word planet in Mandarin. Here it is in Arabic.
كوكب
كوكب.
كوكب
كوكب. That's how to say the word planet in Arabic. Okay, now, now what about in Japanese? Oh, they got this word as well. I found out for the word could also mean Qing in Mandarin as well, but I forgot. Okay, there. Now, what about in Japanese? Well, before I can get to the next one. Let me see. Wakusei. Another way to say planet in Japanese is
星
Hoshi. So Wakusei or Hoshi. So let's say it's just ways to how to say the word planet in Japanese. Okay. Now okay. Now here's word planet in so they were here's the way how to say the word planet in Korean.
행성,
Hangsong. That's how to say the word planet in Korean. Okay. Now Now I got Creation Wiki right here. This is not a Baptist encyclopedia. This is a website of that uses the NIV, ESV. So yeah, I think we need to make our own encyclopedia later on in the future. I do agree with that, but we will do that later. So I'm meaning from this one, Creation Wiki. So the word planet comes from the Greek word planetis. I'm not saying it right, which is the word planets, meaning wanderer. Okay, and the word planet is mentioned in the Bible. It's in 2 Kings. Here it says, and he put down the Dietist priests, whom the kings of Judah, and he ordained to the burnt incense in the high places in the cities of Judah, and the places round about Jerusalem, and them also burnt incense unto Baal, to the sun, and to the moon, and to the planets, to all the host of heaven. You can see the word planets, mentioned in the Bible, is this planets, but this is evidence that the Bible talks about that we have a solar system. Okay? And the flat earthers just do this, go away and leave you alone, because I don't want to debate them. Okay, so what does the word planet is? So originally the term was applied to moving object of including stars. However, Moore's complete of our miniature of our universe emerged from work of astronomers' classification of planet to become more specific. In our solar system, there are 8 divine planets: Mercury, Venus, Earth, Mars, Jupiter, Saturn, Uranus, and Neptune. In 2006, Industrial Union demoted Pluto, and I think Earth as well, as from the classification of a planet into a dwarf planet, because it did not conform recently established criteria. So terrestrial. So the terrestrial planet. You can also call it rocky planet if you want to. Terrestrial is another meaning for rocky planets. Okay. In there, 4 planets are iron rock, Mercury, Venus, Earth, and Mars. These are called terrestrial planets because they are solid rocky surfaces, similar size to the Earth. Now, gas giants. Now another one we also call them is Jovian. So these are called Jovian planets because they're made out of gas. That's why. So the Jovian planets, which we also known as gas giants, beyond the Mars lie Jupiter, Saturn, Uranus, and Neptune are gas giants of our solar system. The four outer space are giant worlds with the gaseous outer layers, almost all of them consistent of hydrogen and helium, giving them consistence of more at the sun than at the Earth. Beneath their outer layers, the giant planets have solid surfaces. The pressure of thick atmospheres have turned them solid liquid, and though they may have rocky cores. Okay, now let me get to this one, dwarf planet. The farthest and smaller ones, like asserted of Pluto, asserted twice the comparative of terrestrial planets. In August 24, 2006, the International Astronomical Union formally degraded Pluto from an official planet system to a near dwarf planet. The following discovery of Eris is a skid of heavier even to Pluto, which, like Pluto, not cleared its neighborhood debris. And there are now officially 8 planets in our solar system according to IU. But the dwarf planets, including Eris and Pluto, the former asteroid series, which at least a large enough to collapse under their own weight into a spheroid. That's the table of planets field right here. And that's the timeline of discovery of planets. Now, what about exoplanets? Well, they're also called extrasolar planets, but that's finding what exoplanets are. So an extrasolar planet or exoplanet is any planet outside of our solar system. The speculation on existence of exoplanets probably dates on September of 1916. The first article usually have a probable motion of Barnard's star of a red dwarf about 1.82 parsecs distance from Earth. As of March 23, 2008, 277 exoplanets in orbit. Around 238 stars are now known. Most such planets are gas giants, Jovians, and inspection of the Earth exoplanet continues. The exoplanet is on orbit of Gassius 806. Now, some evolutionists believe the galaxy formation take millions of years. However, the 2004 telescope clearing that dust of only a star is only 1 million years old. They realize the object is clear for dust exoplanet large as Jupiter by evolutionary standards. The youngest planet around, according to Lion Bias, and astronomer that was Constitution of Washington, they found profound implications for Bavian's planetary system similar to our own. This means that you can make a gas giant planet a major component of our own solar system. The short time scale of Brezhnev disk and the discovery of scientists who have thick models of planetary formation. Now, let me define. Well, in August 24, 2006, the Soviet Union, or formerly downgraded Pluto from the planetary system as a mere dwarf planet. Now, there are officially 8 planets in our solar system. A final resolution planet are reporting out your website. So this is the resolution right here. Therefore, you sort bodies, which solar system satellites, of categories falling away. Now, number 1, a planet is a celestial body over around the sun. It's a mass of the nearly a round shape, a neighborhood around its orbit. A dwarf planet is a celestial body around the orbit around the sun, and the mass of the overcoming body are equilibrium of a shape. And it's clear neighborhood around its orbit, and it's not a satellite. Okay, except satellites orbiting the sun, such as smaller solar system bodies. There are 8 planets are Mercury, Venus, Earth, Jupiter, Saturn, and Neptune. The others established borderline objects. The dwarf planet other categories these are both the solar system asteroids and transiting objects, comets, and other small bodies. Okay. And the parameters of the substance of several processes of planetary origin, of such an non-strict philosophy, formation of system, and from the creation's perspective, the planets were made, but sure with planetary laws and govern them on day 4 of creation. Historically, there have been difficulty defining the constituents of planet or peers. And some characteristics are share. Yes, in orbit around the sun, basically spherical, dominating in their orbit, and having significant objects their path around the sun. Okay. Okay. Now, let's go find the word. Let's find out what the word terrestrial is. So, terrestrial. A terrestrial is often relating to the Earth. Yeah, it's talking about rocky planets. That's what terrestrial means. Okay. because they have solid rocky surfaces. That's why. Now the gas giants are called Jovian planets. Okay, Jovian would be like god of Jove or Jupiter, but it says by here relating to a planet of a gas of a class of giant planets where Jupiter belongs. You know, that's what gas giants are called Jovian planets. You know. Now what is celestial? Well, celestial is a position of relating to the sky of outer space observed by astronomy, belonging to heaven. So now celestial is just talking about all of the planets because all planets are celestial. Okay. So what are celestial planets? Well, they'll be okay. It says there's 7 celestial planets. So Sun, Moon, Venus, Jupiter, and Mars, Mercury, and Saturn are the ones that are celestial. Okay. Now I don't know, but I found out that Mormons made up the word telestial. Now, let me find out what telestial is, that made up word that Mormons made. What's a telestial? It says, not comparable to or pertaining to a lowest degree of glory. This is what Mormons made up. Okay? And I know I don't believe in Mormonism. Oh yeah, okay, so celestial is just talking about a kingdom, the degrees, kingdoms with the glory to heaven, yeah, but I don't believe in that, so. And it's just a word that Mormons made up. So that's what I found out from when I was watching Pastor Anderson about how Mormons ignore verses in the Bible. They ignore verses in the Bible, but we have terrestrial planets, Jovian planets, celestial planets. We don't have telestial because that's a word that's made up by Mormons. Because telestial is a word that's just made up by Mormons. Okay? And I don't believe in Mormonism. But I don't believe in millions of years either, because I don't believe in evolution either. So I'll tell you what planets are according to the Bible. So yeah. The point of the flat earth is to damn souls to hell. And the point of evolution is to damn souls to hell. And what happens between our Lord Jesus Christ, salvation is by faith on grace on Jesus alone. Once you say by ease, but it's the truth, and you can't lose it. Salvation, you do this believe in Jesus Christ for salvation. And we talk about next video is what's just a Bible say about holiday. I'll talk about that next video. Let's go right now. Let's think if you're watching this video, just bye.